Hello and welcome to this week's video. I hope you're having an incredible day, an incredible week. And if you're not, let's ask why. Let's question why you're not having an amazing day. Why you haven't woken up in the best mood, feeling so grateful for your life because of all of the love, beauty, abundance, incredible friendships, relationships, purpose work, all of these incredible things that you have available to you in your life. If you haven't woken up feeling totally grateful and totally in love with your life, my question for you is why? And I have an answer for you too. Because you're choosing to suffer. And that's okay, because most people who are watching this video are also choosing to suffer. And this isn't me having a dig at you. This is me helping you wake up to what's going on in your life and in your mind, in your body. Most people are programmed to suffer. Most people are suffering every day. We all have our own flavour of suffering and what we choose to believe and align our life with. But until you're aware of why you're choosing to suffer and what your flavour of suffering is, you can't change it. And one of my biggest passions in life is to help people like you wake up to a life that you are head over heels in love with, that you love living and that you're so grateful for. Because this, I believe, is one of the main reasons you're here. You are here to enjoy your life. You're not here to suffer. However, you have been programmed to suffer. You have been conditioned through your mind, through society, through your family, through generations, through your ancestors, through survival to suffer. Because what does suffering do? Suffering keeps you suffering keeps you where you are. Suffering also creates chemicals in your body to say that your body then chooses to run by. Your body chooses to live by these chemicals, and you, like cortisol, adrenaline, that can be caused by stress, fear, constantly being in survival, and your body then becomes addicted to these chemicals, to the emotions that are causing these chemicals. Therefore, you're suffering, your flavour of suffering. Your body literally becomes addicted to your flavour of suffering. And anything outside of this is going to be extremely uncomfortable. One of the greatest teachers on this, in my experience, is Dr. Joe Dispenza. He does studies and research programs on how the chemicals in our body work, what the neuroscience behind how we can change it. And I've learned some of this myself through doing his meditations, through using his meditations to help me heal from cancer. But also, a few years ago, anxiety was ruling my life. Fear was ruling my life. And I knew that I had to change. So I had to address that flavour of suffering in my life. Now, 3 years on, I wake up happy. And I'm so grateful for my life. And my baseline is peace. But there are layers to your suffering. And you will notice that there may still be thought patterns that are related to your flavour of suffering that maybe you think you've dealt with. This has been my experience recently. I thought I dealt with a certain flavour of suffering. I thought it had gone, and then something changed in my life, which is amazing and incredible and in line with my vision. But it was bringing up new fearful thoughts that were in line with my previous flavour of suffering. So So I get to shine a light on this new layer, this new level, and ascend and grow through this suffering so that I can wake up to a new level of joy every day and a new level of gratitude in my heart. But you cannot do this. Nobody can escape their suffering until they're aware of their suffering. So my question for you now is, what is your flavor of suffering? Like, where is your life not going right, and what are the stories that your mind is telling you about it? Perhaps it's in money and you're always running out of money. Perhaps it's in relationships and you're always kind of dating the wrong guy, or you always feel like your partner's against you. Perhaps it's in your health and you seem to never be able to lose weight, or you're always tired, or you have a craving for sugar every single day. So what is your body addicted to in these areas of your life? That what are the patterns, the habits, the stories, the behaviors that can contribute to your flavor of suffering? And most people, when they think about their best vision for life, they visualize it without challenges and without difficult periods. And this isn't true. It isn't attainable. The Dalai Lama said that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So we will always have experiences in our life that are going to challenge us. Because we want to be challenged on some level, because we want to grow. We are beings of evolution, physically, but also spiritually and emotionally and mentally. We are always looking to grow. So we cannot have a life without challenge or without pain. However, we can choose not to suffer in those challenges. So if it is a financial challenge, or a relationship challenge, or a health challenge, or a growth challenge, whichever you're experiencing, you can choose not to suffer in this, because you can choose to shine the light on it, the truth on it, so that you can see outside of the kind of stories and the fear that your ego mind is trying to tell you, to keep you safe, to keep you in this addictive loop of fear and stress, cortisol, adrenaline, because that cortisol and adrenaline is going to keep you forward. It's going to keep you trying to run away from pain, running towards pleasure, which is why we build addictions to deal with our suffering, like alcohol, like overeating, like over-exercising, like shopping, like constantly finding new relationships without trying to find the worth within ourselves. So we're always looking for solutions out there, trying to seek pleasure out there, rather than trying to address what's going on internally. And in doing this, in addressing what's going on internally, you're going to release yourself of suffering. So the power is in your hands to stop suffering. Yes, you will have challenges. No, you don't have to suffer in them, because you have the power. You're a powerful being. And when you begin to shine a light on your unconscious mind, you begin to access more and more of your free will. And so you can choose outside of your conditioned mind. The truth is, you have been conditioned to suffer, conditioned to live in fear, conditioned to stay safe and stay small and follow the and follow the crowd, and not shine too brightly, not be too weird, not kind of carve your own path in life, but to follow everybody else. But that also will lead to your suffering, because you're not being true to yourself. So every being on this planet is different. We all have a different, unique blueprint. We all have a different makeup. We all have different reasons for being here. But wherever we're not being true to ourselves, wherever we're not looking for the truth of who we are, there is going to be suffering. And you're going to keep trying to dumb down that to numb that suffering by seeking for it out there, rather than finding the truth that's in here. And it is so simple. It's like the most simple thing, but people find it so hard to do. And I get it, because initially when you're trying to make a change and shine a light on something, there's a reason that your ego mind doesn't want you to see it, because it doesn't want you to be uncomfortable. So that's why it feels so painful when you try and change, and that is why it's so hard, because there is a part of your psyche that wants you to remain comfortable in your suffering. It's just trying to protect you, but ultimately it's not going to help you. So you have an incredible opportunity right now to shine a light on this, to take your power back and to choose not to suffer, to choose new emotions, new chemicals that you want to flow throughout your body. Serotonin, oxytocin, the dopamine that's good for you, not the one from the quick fix of the instant gratification. You get to choose the stories, the beliefs that you live your life by. How safe do you feel in the world? How much trust do you have in the Creator, in God, in yourself? You get to choose to live your life by these patterns rather than the fearful patterns of the ego, of your conditioned mind. And it all starts with you saying right now, I choose something different. So let's just take a step back for a moment and do a quick practical exercise to help you understand your suffering. I want you to pick an area of your life where you feel the most challenge. I want you to ask what the challenge is and write down the stories that your mind is telling you about it. What does that tell you? What is it telling you about yourself and your capabilities? And what are the emotions linked to this? How do those emotions feel in your body? And how often are you feeling these emotions? When do these emotions come up? When do these stories come up? Have a think of all of these different ways that this story, this emotion is controlling your decision making, is controlling how you feel. And then ask yourself, what is the reward? What is the payoff for my suffering? What is the payoff for me staying in this situation? Some people, a good example of this is when children get sick. When children get ill, they will receive extra love and care that they may not always get because their parents are busy. But if they get ill, they get extra love and care. They get to stay up a bit later. They get extra cuddles. They get extra nourishment. For when I was sick, I used to be given tomato soup and with a cheese sandwich, and I used to love it because it was like the medicine that was going to fix me. And so now whenever I really associate tomato soup and that extra hug from my mum to making me better. So there are kind of neural pathways that are created that, or when I get sick, I get extra love from my mum. So then you may be more prone to getting ill when you need extra love and care. So what is the reward for you suffering? In this instance, the reward for being sick is love and attention and tomato soup from parents. So what is your emotional or external payoff reward for the flavour of suffering that you're looking at the moment? Because once you're aware of all of this, you start to pick up on it. And when you pick up on it, you in that moment get to choose something new. In choosing something new, you're creating a new neural pathway and you're creating a new pattern, new programming in your mind and you get to choose your power. And then you get to choose new emotions, stories, chemicals that you get to live your life by, that govern your life, that rule your life, rather than being controlled by the unconscious conditioned mind. Now what I'd like you to do is have a think about the emotions that you would like to wake up feeling every day. I would like you to look at the beliefs, so take that flavour of suffering, switch it around and say, what are the beliefs I would like to have about this situation? What is more empowering for me as a free being? How do I want to live my life? How do I want this area of my life to look? And you can do this for every area of your life. I have an incredible worksheet called the Aspects of Life. Aspects of Life mandala. You can download it in the description below. It's really quick, simple. It's really simple, Wheel of Life. But I ask my clients to do it every month just to see where you are. And in this, you'll start to pick up your different patterns and programs, and you'll be able to shine a light on them, see where they're coming from, see why they're in your life, choose something different, start taking your power back. It is not always easy, but it is so, so worth it to wake up with peace, to wake up with gratitude, to be able to look at your life as the incredible manifestation of essence, of source that it is. This incredible adventure and journey that you're on, you'll be able to look at it in awe, with gratitude, with heart-opening love and excitement for what you're about to uncover. And suffering no longer rules your life. I hope this video has helped you understand a little bit more about your suffering. Everybody at some point in their life will suffer, but you have the power to choose something else. If you would like to go a little bit deeper and connect more to your essence, to go deeper into how you can re-guide yourself into living a life of truth, connected to the truth of who you are, your power, your essence, and if you're feeling lost or unsure in an area of your life, seeking guidance from your North Star, I have an amazing North Star Discovery Kit. It's a worksheet, it's a workbook, a meditation and a video that's going to help you connect to the truth of who you are and move forward from a place of power. All of my work is designed to help you wake up and live a life that you're head over heels in love with. But first you have to wake up. So this tool will help you wake up. I hope that you have an amazing day. Give this a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it and if it's helped you. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I will get back to you. Don't forget to hit subscribe and stay up to date with all of my latest content. Have an amazing day.